Guest of the day on South Suburban Spotlight, Sam Ekstrom, joined by Fiona Chow, athlete and scholar here at Burnsville. Athletics and academics I want to talk to you about. Let's talk about athletics first. You're a skier.
Yes.
Correct? And your season's wrapped up, your senior year, your high school skiing career in the rearview mirror. It's a little bittersweet.
Yes, very bittersweet.
Did you finish the way you wanted to?
Well, about 2 weeks before the end of the season, I actually had a concussion.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I was out for the second to last week of the ski season, and I was able to get back skiing the last week. So my runs weren't as good as they used to be before the concussion, but I was able to finish skiing, and that's what I'm happy about.
Now, when did you start skiing? How old were you?
I was 12.
Okay. And did you do the pizza French fries to learn how? Is that how they teach everybody how to ski?
Yeah, so sixth grade we had a field trip and I didn't know what skiing was. So I asked my parents for ski lessons and I took 3 lessons before the field trip, then I went on the field trip, and then the next year I decided to join the ski team. So that's how it all started.
What thrilled you about it to the point where you wanted to continue for the next 7 years?
Well, it was a lot of fun, and the sport just came naturally to me. Like, I didn't struggle a lot. I learned and picked up all the skills really quickly, and it's just, I mean, I guess as a 12-year-old, I liked it enough to keep going with it.
Do you prefer slalom, downhill?
I enjoy slalom the most. That's also the discipline that I've skied the most, because as high school, we only ski slalom. I've done some competition in GS on some like alumni races, things like that. But I think overall I still like slalom because of how complicated it is and all the little aspects that, you know, you make a mistake here, you have a chance to make it up at another part.
So when you're racing down the hill, are you competing internally against yourself, your previous best time, your personal best score, or are you more, the competitive juices are flowing, you're going against the best time on the board?
It depends. It's a little bit of both. When I'm going down the hill, I actually try not to think too much about it and just trust my skis to get around the gates as fast as I can. Before I go for my second run or my next run, I take a look at all the times on the board and take a look at the girls that I want to beat, compare that to my time, and figure out how much faster do I need to go to beat them and be where I want to be.
Who's your favorite skier?
Michaela Schifrin.
Yeah, gold medalist, correct? The speeds they go at, I think they said, are 50 to 60 miles an hour. What speed are you going at Buck Hill, for instance?
Honestly, I have no idea, but it's definitely not that fast.
Not 50 or 60? You're not on 494 on the interstate, basically?
Nope.
That's insane. Do you have any gnarly wipeout stories to share?
Ooh.
I know we talked about a concussion a minute ago. Hopefully this isn't a bad memory for you.
Well, the concussion actually was during practice, and I didn't even hit a gate. I got stuck in the snow. The snow was really sticky and heavy that day, and my edge caught on that, and I just went face down into the snow.
Yeah, I feel like conditions during the winter would affect the slopes a lot when you've got kind of the melt and then the freeze and then the new snow. So is practice sort of different day to day depending on the conditions?
Yes, it is very different day to day, and it also depends on what hill we are allowed to set on and what course the coaches set.
Have you visited any slopes outside of Minnesota, like over in the Rockies or in Canada? Have you been to any larger ski resorts?
Not out west. I've gone to Giants Ridge in Michigan. All the other slopes I've visited are in the Minnesota area.
Well, you're going to college in Michigan, so maybe you can visit Giants Ridge a couple more times.
Yes.
Well, I said that you're an athlete. You're also a scholar. We'll get into that right after the break here on South Suburban Spotlight. Final segment, South Suburban Spotlight. Sam Ekstrom and Fiona Chow here in the BCTV studios, and we're going to talk a little bit about your endeavors as a scholar. You're going to Michigan Tech next year, very illustrious school. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And part of the reason I'm sure you got in because you co-founded the Women in STEM Club, which obviously stands for Science, Tech, Engineering, and Math. What motivated you to start that organization?
Since age 9, I've been captivated by STEM. When I was in 3rd grade going on to 4th, I changed to William Burnsville STEM Elementary just to try out the new curriculum, and I ended up loving how everything was so STEM focused and how it was all about problem solving. And I continued that passion through junior high and then on to high school. So STEM has obviously been a pretty big part of my life, and me and the other co-founders of Women in STEM, we all have a shared passion for STEM and want to share that passion with others and give others the opportunities we've had to explore that field. So we decided to start the Women in STEM Club since we don't have something like that here at Burnsville High School. And it's really just an open door for other young women who are interested in STEM, who may be interested, who aren't sure, just to explore that and see if it's something that interests them.
What are your responsibilities then week to week to kind of keep the club going?
Yeah, we've been having monthly meetings. We meet on Friday mornings in the engineering lab. Our most recent project is that we're putting together a STEM event, which will be on April 11th from 5 to 7 here at the high school. It's going to be a really big event. We're pulling in speakers, professionals from different fields in the STEM aspect area, and we're going to have different clubs there to present what they do, different activities to kind of showcase the STEM-related opportunities at Burnsville High School.
So I came across an article somewhere that you might be interested in cybersecurity moving forward. Does this mean that you'll be going against the Russians in the hacking world? Is that sort of simplification of what you're going to be doing?
I'm not quite sure where it will bring me. It's something that intrigues me, and I want to get more hands-on experience in it before I decide to move forward with it.
Sure. What are some other career paths that you might pursue?
Software development is something that I really enjoy, and then artificial intelligence is something that I find pretty interesting.
And Michigan Tech, your future school, I assume they have the facilities that intrigued you, and they have a program that sort of met what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I'll be majoring in computer science with a focus on software engineering at Michigan Tech, and I really like how they had their program set up, and the professors that I met there, I really enjoyed speaking with them, and then also just all the electives that they offer where you can explore different paths in that career field.
I know you've brought in a handful of awards in the past couple of years for your accomplishments. Have any of them meant the most to you, more than the others?
In sophomore year, I got the opportunity to go compete with my science fair project on an international level, and that really blew me away that I had that opportunity. And that was a really great experience on top of, I just got honorable mention, but I think the experience in being able to meet all the other scientists at that competition.
So college coming up next fall, are you prepared to not have a life?
Yes and no.
Well, I've been through college, and let me say this, it's challenging, but it's also exhilarating. We're looking forward to that for you on your behalf. That's going to be awesome. Thanks so much for joining us on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Fiona Chow, headed to Michigan Tech next year in the UP. My name's Sam Ekstrom. This has been South Suburban Spotlight in the BCTV studios. Have a great day.